how to distribute your music on the internet.
Hey there, welcome to today's tutorial on how to distribute our music to different streaming platforms. My name is Miro G, an award-winning producer, and I'll be guiding you on how you can distribute your music using an aggregator.
In this tutorial, we will learn what is the meaning of monetization and why we should be doing this. Also, I will explain what are the content aggregators. And don't worry, we promise to make this educational, yet fun-filled for you. Are you ready to begin? Okay, let's start.
Why should we distribute our music to streaming platforms?
Well, let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. You might be thinking, why should I even bother distributing my music to different streaming platforms? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward: to reach a wider audience.
With streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music and Amazon Music, you can reach millions of listeners across the globe, which is something you wouldn't be able to achieve if you only sell your music physically in the form of CDs. Additionally, streaming platforms offer valuable insights and analytics that can help you make data-driven decisions about your music career. For instance, you can track the performance of your songs, monitor audience demographics, and even identify new markets for your music.
So, it is safe to say that distributing your music can help you gain more exposure and increase your chances of getting discovered by music lovers around the world. And the sweetest part of all is that you can earn some royalties via monetization. I know it sounds complicated, but let me explain more about this.
Streaming platforms pay royalties to artists based on the number of plays their music receives. So, the more your music gets streamed, the more money you can earn. Sweet!
When listeners stream your music on these platforms, they may be served with ads between songs or while browsing the platform. The revenue generated from these ads is shared between the streaming platform and the rights holders, such as record labels, distributors, and artists. In addition to ads, many streaming platforms also offer paid subscriptions that allows users to listen to music without interruptions and access additional features like offline playback, a higher quality audio, and so on. The revenue generated from these paid subscriptions is also shared between the streaming platform and the rights holders.
How much do I get paid?
The exact percentage of revenue that artists receive from streaming platforms can vary widely depending on several factors, including the terms of the distribution agreement, the type of streaming service, and the artist's popularity. So the more streams you do, the more money you get paid.
According to the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, IFPI, the global income from monetization of streamed music in 2020 was $21.5 billion, a 19.9% increase from the previous year. This revenue growth has been driven by the increasing adoption of streaming services by music consumers worldwide. In comparison, CD sales and digital downloads have been declining steadily over the years. In fact, the IFPI reported that the global revenue from CD sales and digital downloads combined was $8.4 billion in 2020, which is less than half of the revenue generated by streaming services.
This trend is a clear indication of the shift towards streaming as the preferred mode of music consumption, and underscores the importance of distributing your music on streaming platforms to capitalize on this trend and maximize your revenue potential.
What are the content aggregators?
Music aggregators are platforms that act as intermediaries between artists or record labels and various streaming platforms. These aggregators help artists and labels to upload and distribute their music to multiple streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, and others. Without the services of music aggregators, it would be difficult for artists and labels to upload their music to all platforms and make them available for streaming to a global audience. Additionally, it would be challenging to keep track of revenue generated by each platform and ensure that artists and labels are paid accordingly.